Absolute thriller here in Cedar City for the final home soccer game of the year for the Thunderbirds. Spencer McLaughlin back with you, Southern Utah head coach Kai Edwards joining me. Coach, what did you see in the final 15 minutes of that game?
Yeah, it was a good conference game, and some things go your way, some things don't, and that's it. But they scored a great goal. Avery, I think it is, the 4-year senior for him, right? Scores a great goal. We weren't marked, but she still did her job. We score late, and it is what it is.
Talk about, you get that 75th minute goal from Sarah Asuma, her team leading fourth of the season. What was the message to the team and the strategy to try to close it out?
Yeah, I mean, it's a long weekend, so we're tired. So, we slowed the game down, and, we didn't do a good enough job in the corner, so there's too much time left to play. But in the end, it sucks, but undefeated weekend. Undefeated weekend, gave up one goal on the weekend. We haven't done that in a long, long time, couple of years probably, and we keep ourselves in the playoff hunt.
Talk about that final sequence there. What was the roller coaster of emotions like for you as you saw what was perhaps a game-winning goal with 4 seconds to go, only to have it taken off the board?
The referees are always right.
Right now, with where your team is at in possession of the fourth and final playoff spot for the WAC tournament, where do you feel like your team is at after this weekend?
Yeah, undefeated weekend, gave up one goal, scored goals. We have to go do it and go get points. And you have 3 games to play. And at this level where we're at, you have a chance to still make the playoffs with 3 games to go. That's where you want to be. There's a lot of teams in this country right now that are eliminated from their conference tournament and the NCAA tournament. So we're still in a position that, we have a chance. And versus the Texas teams, we had 4 games, we lost 1, so we got to be happy with that also.
What do you need to see from your team down the stretch to make sure you get over that hump and into the conference tournament back for the first time since 2023?
Yeah, and if we do, it'd be the second time in 17 years. So I think, the key is you go to Cal Baptist and UVU, obviously two great teams, and, you put a game plan that finds a way to get a point or 3 or whatever. Still soccer, anything can happen, and then you put yourself in position for the matchup versus Tech. But there's no reason we can't get points out of any of the next 3 games as long as we keep playing hard like we have. And like I said last week, we're playing the best soccer we played all year. So I think it's important that, we don't get deflated by today. I think we be elevated by the weekend and we go after it.
Coach, thank you for the time as always.
Go T-Birds, and congrats seniors on your last game here.